So if you're here looking for objective reviews on games, this might not be the best one, because I'm super biased. This game is one of my all-time top 5. There you go. This is the GOAT of turn-based games. If you want to know why, stay right here. A few years ago, a small indie company named Subset Games released a roguelike space game called FTL. It had nice reviews, so I played it and found it quite good. It had a lot of original ideas and they were well implemented. It also had a well-defined ending, which is not common for roguelike games. All in all, I put quite some time into the game and I found it pretty good. Then, a few years later, I heard the same guys were coming with a new game, titled Into the Breach. When I saw the first few screenshots, I felt slightly underwhelmed. I mean, the pixel art is actually quite good, but it looked like a smaller scale than FTL, so I didn't jump into it right away. As reviews started coming, everyone raved on how amazing this game was and how the guys from Subset Games had actually outdone their previous work. At that point, I knew I had to try it, and boy, is it good. Into the Breach is a game that deceives you into thinking you're playing a sci-fi strategy game, while you're in fact playing more of a puzzle game, but then kicks back with so many thematic elements to add flavor that you don't really know what genre you're playing anymore, and you don't even care, since it's so much fun. The story goes like this.
The remnants of human civilization are threatened by gigantic creatures breeding beneath the earth. You must control powerful mechs from the future to hold off this alien threat.
Story-wise, it sounds super generic, and it sort of is. The excuse for the many attempts you will make is that you have some sort of time-altering technology, and after your success or your failure, you jump into another timeline and try again. For starters, you need to pick a team of 3 giant robots or mechs from a predefined roster, and then choose one of the 4 islands to start your quest. Each island has its own sub-map, where you can pick the region where your mission will happen. Every mission provides different benefits if completed. Then you get transported to the actual battlefield, when you need to deploy your 3 mechs, and then wait for the aliens to start moving. From then on, the pure turn-by-turn dynamic kicks in, and for every turn, you can move and fire with each of your mechs and then wait for the aliens to do the same thing. You definitely want to eradicate the alien threat, but actually the most important factor is to protect the human buildings. When they get damaged, that gets reflected on your power grid setting. That is your actual health bar. If you lose an individual mech during a fight, you might need to replace the pilot, but you will get the same mech again next time. If you lose all your power grid, it's game over. That puts the first interesting design choice there, as sacrificing your mech's health is something that you will have to do quite often, especially on the higher difficulty levels. What really makes the game a head scratcher is that each of your mechs have very distinct forms of attacks. In fact, every type of mech team you can pick at the beginning is going to have very different forms of weapons technology. Some of them are quite unique and even obtuse, and you need to experiment a bit to find the best way to make use of them. And here comes what I think that better summarizes the goal of this game: synergy. You need to take advantage of how your weapons play with either your environment or other mechs' weapons or the timing of the aliens to solve the different situations. To add another element of difficulty, the aliens themselves are varied too and have very different forms of attacks, which we will need to learn as well. We can also improve our mechs in a number of ways. At the end of every island, we can purchase some power-ups for our mechs, as well as new weapons. And there are some pods that now and then fall in the middle of the battlefield, which also contain some helpful tech. It's a signal of good game design how frequently a specific weapon or mech enhancement gives you the key to save the day and keep you fighting just a bit longer. Also, just like FTL, it has a well-defined and quite cinematic final act, a proper ending. There are lots of little details that make this game even better. Different pilots with abilities that you might want to keep from timeline to timeline, special rewards of cool weaponry when you ace an island, alien bosses, friendly vehicles on some levels, third-party enemies, and a long etc. I'm not someone who enjoys replaying games when finished. In fact, I very rarely do it, but with this game it's totally different. I have completed it a bunch of times in each of its 4 difficulty levels, although only twice on the hardest one. And I still play this very often. I try to win with different mech teams, trying to unlock new ones, and almost always play on the 2 hardest difficulty levels. I've certainly lost many more times than I've won, but still coming back for more, and that's definitely the trademark of a great game. One that keeps you coming back because it's always a challenge and just plain fun. Also, from a technical point of view, the game not just plays smoothly, but it seems to do so on every platform. I played this game on PC, on my phone, and on the TV, and it plays really well in all of those situations. The devs have clearly spent some time optimizing the experience for each device or input method. My favorite way to play this game by far is touch control, as it's so intuitive, but you can certainly play this on your controller with a minimal time to adapt. For cloud gaming, it's part of Geforce Now on either Epic or Steam versions. Is it a good game to play now and then? Yes, it's perfect for that. If you have any passing interest in a strategy or thinking game, I guarantee you will like it. Frankly, even if you don't, play it anyway, it's that good. Its pixel art might attract you or have the opposite effect, depending on your taste, but the game behind it is nothing short of a gem. No surprise I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 as my overall score, which you won't see that often. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 on my couch score. Because of the different ways to control the game, a gamepad is probably the least ideal, although still perfectly valid. And that's all for this wonderful game. Remember to like and subscribe for more reviews and information on cloud gaming in a relaxed setting.